Binoculars, welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Pablo Torre. We are going to be discussing on two key details of the Barcelona youngsters' impending loan move to Girona. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Mikayil Faye as the Barcelona's 19-year-old new signing impresses Xavi during pre-season training. We're also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. At this time, it is all but confirmed that Oriol Romeu will be joining FC Barcelona from Girona. With an official announcement, the only thing pending, the Catalan Giants will be paying a fee of around 5 million euros plus add-ons for the 31-year-old. As part of that deal, Barca will send Pablo Torre to Girona on a season-long loan. The 20-year-old spent his debut season with the Blaugrana on a periphery of the first team as game time was hard to come by under Xavi Hernandez. As such, a loan deal was always on the card for the Spaniard, and he will now be joining Girona for the upcoming campaign. Now, Sport has divulged some information regarding the deals or the details of the agreement between Barcelona and Girona for the loan of Torre. Indeed, as per the report, one of the key details of the deal is that Barca will continue to pay one-third of Torre's salary for the upcoming season, with Girona not willing to bear the entire wages of the 20-year-old midfielder. While it will not be a big sum, Barca will still have to continue bearing some load on the young star's salary. Another important detail of the agreement is that Girona do not have a clause to make the race loan transfer a permanent one. It would mean that the 20-year-old will return to Barca once the 2023-24 campaign is over. As has already been reported, Torre will start training with his new teammate under Girona manager Michel tomorrow itself. Having had game time come at a premium with Barcelona last summer, Pablo Torre will hope that the situation changes at his loan club and that he is able to gain some valuable experience. Indeed, Pablo Torre needs a valuable experience. Of course, nobody saw this coming when Pablo Torre was signed from Racing Santander last summer. Of course, he was seen as a player who at least featured more regularly than what he did last season. And for what I think, manager Xavi is really having a problem because look at there are young stars in this team that have potential. Even when Pablo Torre was given some opportunities, especially towards the end of last season when Barca had already wrapped up the league title, I think Pablo Torre had some very good performances. Very good performances. And still, nobody can explain why Xavi Hernandez will not give his trust to him. He was signed from Racing Santander. He was a beast there. He did so well, helping the club, scoring goals, assisting goals. I mean, he's a very good, gifted player. But Xavi came, maintaining the same starting 11, maintaining the same midfield trio, doesn't even do some rotation to give confidence to all the players, which I think that style of management destroys some players' careers. And I think it shouldn't. If this happens for a very long time, I think Xavi, you can't say he's a coach that will bring in young players and make them great, and that is dangerous for a club like Barcelona. Pablo Torre had no choice, but I think the best case scenario was for the youngster to be loaned out, which is what Barca have done. And of course, I'm also happy that there's in the clause of that loan, there is nothing like a purchase option. You know, he will come back immediately after next season because I still believe that Pablo Torre has the skills to stay at Barca and, of course, succeed at Barca. So as it stands right now, the player will be happy about his decision, no doubt, because he himself have been really frustrated about the lack of game time. And moving to Girona, he will be hoping that he will be at least valued there. And of course, he will have more game time compared to what he currently has at Barcelona. And of course, not to forget that the deal for the loan comes in the deal that involves Oriol Romeo's transfer, which finally took place yesterday. Everything was sealed, and of course, Oriol Romeo now will be a Barca player. The only thing now lacking is the official announcement from FC Barcelona. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barca appear to have reached an agreement deal to sign Romeo, who is set to join the club this week. In exchange, the club have been given Pablo Torre up for loan until the end of next season. While Torre's relatively disappointing season last term certainly left many Barca fans upset, it appears there is another young footballer rapidly moving up the ranks. The player in question is Mikayil Faye. The young centre-back joined Barca earlier this summer on a 4-year deal from Croatian outfit NK Custodia. He was subsequently made part of the Barca team that is preparing for new season. Earlier this week, it was reported that Faye has been doing quite well in pre-season training, catching the eye with physical dominance and area prowess. Those claims have now been confirmed by Adrian Sanchez as well. In his latest update, the Spanish journalist suggested Faye has continued to impress Xavi during the pre-season preparations. Faye's rapid improvement is certainly a good sign for Barcelona. Following the retirement of Gerard Piqué last year, coupled with the inconsistency of Eric Garcia, the club would use a backup centre-back in the coming season. Although Barca have roped in Inigo Martinez on a free transfer, they could still use the youth and exuberance of Faye. Standing 1.86 meters tall, the youngster can add more physicality to the Barca back line, which should combine well with technically astute defenders like Martinez, Jules Koundé, and Andreas Christensen. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.